All right, guys, so I think we're going to work on getting this Camel ADV rear brake fix put on the bike today, which means we got to take the Turby skid plate back off. Should be a pretty simple install. There's some good videos on YouTube about it, and yeah, this is not going to be an instructional video. This is just going to be some quick clips of me putting it together and anything I struggle with. This is a 25 Yamaha Tenere, and there are some possibilities that it may not fit the 25, but I'm pretty sure it will. So yeah, let's get this thing done. All right, guys, so it is a couple hours later. We're out here in the garage again, late in the evening, but we're out here gonna get started on this rear brake lever. Got to pull the Turby skid plate right back off that we just got installed, but at least we know it fits. So we'll pull this thing off real quick and we'll start figuring out how to get this thing apart. The last one's gonna need a wrench. Just slide that off to the side. Start figuring out what we have to do here. This is going to be a pain. Anyhow, let's get this cotter pin out. All right, so we got the pin out. I'll loosen this guy up so we can get that guy off easily. This guy off. I should probably be reading the directions right now. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I definitely don't think this guy can stay on, right? Now they have some pretty good videos that you can use for figuring this stuff out. But again, basically you have to take it apart. That's where we're at. Then I think it's just these three guys. And this whole thing should come off of here. Now there will be a connector in here we'll have to take loose. Somewhere, maybe? Actually, I think this is the plan originally. Let's take this guy loose. Yeah, that actually is a part of the directions. And I didn't look, but I do remember it. I watched the video that Camel ADV makes for this a while ago, and I should have refreshed my memories with it, but alas, I did not. So we are just kind of winging it now. But that's what we want right there. All the rest of this stuff is fine, and it can go back together as it came apart. And like I said, I have not watched the good old instructional videos for this in a minute. It's been a while. I'm rambling. Trying to talk and film at the same time, man. Kind of kicks my butt for some reason. But we'll just do what we think needs to be done here. Get some hardware packages open. Hopefully we don't end up making a mistake and having to do this twice, because that's no fun. This is the tip, the El Enduro tip, which looks like we're gonna go something like this. No, something like this. I am assured that these things are very strong. Back to the Koken toolbox. I know you can't see, I'm just off frame, but I'm here, so. I think we'll put a little blue Loctite on this stuff. Not a huge Loctite guy. I mean, I believe in it. It does its job. But I should probably put that in proper direction. I should probably stop and think about what I'm doing here for a minute. Sorry, I'm horrible at YouTube. Obviously, I'm not capturing this as planned. Look, it's 9 o'clock at night. I just got done watching the Seattle Supercross. I did a bunch of video editing today. So yeah, I'm just kind of winging it here. A little tired today. Not bad, but didn't get any riding in, so definitely bummed about that. This little breaker bar from Koken came with the kit. I'm sure there's a torque spec on this, but I don't know what it is. Look how perfectly upside down that is. Got to love it. There's still Loctite on there. Oh, I'm totally editing that out, by the way. You will not see this. That's the great thing about editing, is that I can make it look like I'm perfect. Whenever I stumble over my words, whenever I trip and fall, I can just make it all go away. That looks better. Ha, look at all these stickers. I do like stickers. Thanks for that. After referring to the directions, we have figured a few things out. Grease this thing up. That's pretty light grease, but we'll run with it. Probably wanting to reduce any friction that's there. Okay, that's pretty tight. I might have to do this off camera just to get it done. Let's do this slow so we don't get hit in the face anytime soon. And then probably wish that I had paid more attention to that video. Okay, can I do this without hurting myself? Seems like it. Okay, getting this lined up is a little tricky. $30. Okay, as far as I can tell, ready to put this thing back together. Let's go. So far it's taken about 20 minutes. Not too bad. Okay, sometimes you just have to figure out how things go back together. This is one of those where it'd be nice to have an extra hand or two. Again, I can't really tell how much of this you cannot see. All right, here we go. I like to put a little bit of grease on this pin as well. Doesn't take a ton, but a little bit won't hurt. Okay, I have found a problem. The pin does not fit through the clevis. Let's grab a file. See if we can't make that any better. Okay, we're gonna take a tiny bit of persuasion. We don't want to get too carried away because we have to be able to get this thing back out. So at some point, and it's not going to be easy if it's really hard to get out. So because to make any adjustments to this guy, we of course have got to be able to get this thing out. Well, other than adjusting it and making some fixes along that line, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some adjustments. I got her kind of eyeballed in there. It looks really good. Oh, that is so much better. So much better already. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, that feels so much better. I might raise it a little bit more. Okay, we bumped it up another turn. See if that's too high now. No, dude, I think that's gonna be money. I like it. I like it. Let's try it right there. We can always adjust from here on out. Let's put this thing back together. With the fresh pin, we're good to go. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap on the Camel ADV rear brake lever install. Super easy, took about an hour, and that was not rushing at all. That was just kind of taking care of business. I watched the video probably when I ordered it 2 weeks ago or so, and yeah, it wasn't bad. Pretty easy to install, it's kind of self-explanatory. Definitely the hardest part was the cotter pin removal and installation. And I think I got her adjusted where I like her, but that's yet to be seen. Once we get some testing done, we'll know for sure. And I don't have the skid plate back on yet, so, you know, add another 5 or 10 minutes for that. But yeah, everything's tight, ready to rumble. I think I'm gonna be happy with this one and excited to improve this rear brake, which was horrible from the factory, in my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion on it. Man, I've been hammered on this rear brake thing. Adjust it up, adjust it, you know. Yes, you can make some small adjustments to adjust it up, but then the brake lever sits too high, in my opinion, and I feel like I'm dragging the brake a lot. So this is the fix. But I'll do some testing with it. Maybe have to make a few more adjustments here or there. Not looking forward to taking that cotter pin out again, but not the end of the world. But yeah, anyhow, that was a good Saturday. Getting out, getting some things done to the T7. Pretty wiped out. Watched some Supercross. Edited a bunch of video today. And spent the rest of the day in the garage. Probably should have went for a ride. It was a beautiful day, but we'll save that for tomorrow, either on the T7 or on something. Probably should get up in the woods, do some real dirt bike riding. But yeah, if you watched this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Till the next one.